All right, so there's two types of people who patronize. The first type is what everybody knows, the narc, the psycho. And basically, it's their way of breaking you down without having to get caught. So they're constantly using voice inflections that's basically patronizing you. Then the second type is the person who is basically they're uncomfortable with you. Now, they may or may not be a narc. It's possible to be both, but if they aren't a narc, they're basically just uncomfortable with you for whatever reason. Somebody says something about you, uh, the way that you look, it could be anything, and they've decided in their mind that they're going to be nice to you, and I'm saying nice with air quotes, you know. And the main problem with this person is that they never actually get comfortable with you. So they've written you off. They've already sinned in a way. That's their original sin, writing you off. So it doesn't really matter if they try to cover it up by being nice to you or cover it up by uh, talking to you nice. That's not the problem. The problem is that they wrote you off. The problem is that they didn't give you a real chance. And until they fix that, then there's really no way of fixing the relationship. But basically, they write you off, and it's for whatever reason. It's not fair, but they never get around to actually getting comfortable with you. Now, if you're not comfortable with somebody and you guys talk a couple times and they show you that they're not gonna harm you, they're no threat to you, that they're a nice person, but you still uh basically act really uncomfortable around them, then you basically have the problem. There's a problem, um, and you should take that seriously because somebody patronizing you and acting uncomfortable around you can affect other people. It's not just them being them and it just being within that realm, but it's like other people notice that and then they start looking and they can tell that there's a reason why that they're doing it, and so they basically start off this new relationship by just looking at you for any little thing that they can find that's wrong with you, just so that they can because basically now their reticular activation system is set on finding your faults. Now you're under a microscope because everybody wants to figure out why this person's treating you like this. Why are they so uncomfortable with you? Um, and so that's a problem, and that's something that you should basically mark this person under the enemy category as well. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they are trying to be nice to you. It doesn't matter what place they're coming from. All that matters is the results of it all. It makes you feel bad and it makes other people treat you bad. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can take it however you want to take it. I don't care. That person's your enemy. And so you have these two types of patronizers, and they're both hard to deal with because the narc or the psychopath who's doing it is mentally ill. So they're constantly going to be doing something to drag you down until they basically get put out of their misery someday. Not saying that you should harm them, but basically until they die, they're always going to be trying to drag somebody down and bother somebody. So that's going to be hard to deal with. And then the second type, if they have something against you or they think something really negative about you, they're going to hold on to that feeling. They're going to hold on to that whim that they had like with a death grip because people as they get older, they don't change their beliefs or their thoughts about something very easily. Like if you're a kid, you can kind of change that. Like you can show people that you're normal or whatever, or whatever's going on with them. You can show people just by you being around them that, you're normal. So, they'll a kid will question his own beliefs and be like, "Oh, maybe I was wrong." But as an adult, it's like people hold on to their beliefs because it's kind of like they feel like if they're wrong about something, then they can't trust themselves to survive. They don't understand the world as much as they think they do. So maybe they're not going to survive. It's connected to survival. That's the reason why people hold on harder and harder as they get older and they get more rigid and stuck in their ways, you know, and you can become a victim of that, you know. So take them seriously. Just as bad. They're just as bad as the narcissist, to be honest, you know, because they're gonna make it hell for you. They're gonna mess up your self-esteem, and they're gonna get a whole bunch of people treating you the way that they're treating you, and now you're feeling really, really bad, and eventually ostracism is gonna come after that. So you need to figure out ways to put both of these people in their place. And that's the point. That's the point of this video. And really, that's all I got for you right now. I'm gonna do another video later on how to deal with patronizing people. I've done a few more already, but it's kind of like the problem isn't completely solved yet. So I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna get back to you guys. Peace.